never going to have a marriage relationship anymore. This is my story too, and I have the right to tell my story.
It began with a promise, whispered beneath the veil of faith, a promise she thought was sacred. For 30 years, he told her that love meant obedience, that loyalty was proof of devotion, that questioning him was questioning God. And she believed him. Every prayer, every vow, every sacrifice, she gave because she thought it was divine. But what happens when faith becomes a lie? When the man who preached unity used devotion as a weapon? He wrapped manipulation in scripture. He turned belief into bondage. The words, God's will, became the chains that kept her silent. He said love was patience. She learned it was control. He said family was forever. She learned it was conditional. Each sermon, each smile, each, trust me, carried the weight of deception. The church clapped. The world believed. And she disappeared behind his version of holiness. Until one night, the truth cracked through. It wasn't thunder or fire. It was silence. The kind that follows when illusion dies. She looked at him, not as a prophet or a husband, but as a man. And for the first time, she didn't tremble. She saw the lie, not in his words, but in his eyes. The faith she once lived for had been rewritten into his story. But her soul remembered the original script. And now, she was ready to reclaim it. Because betrayal in love is pain, but betrayal in faith is awakening. And when a woman who has been silenced for decades finally speaks, the world listens. But here's the question. When the truth finally breaks, will he confess, or build another lie to survive? Don't scroll. The next revelation changes everything. Subscribe before part 2 drops. Because the story of, when faith becomes a lie, isn't over yet.